Jason here, Pirate Wizard Dragon. Haven't done a video in a long time. Wanted to do one on my machines. Got them running pretty good. This one I've had for a while. .5, 105 hertz, speed at 44%. But I primarily use it at 6.5 in my liner. Pretty happy with the way this one runs. 1.8, 1.9. I speed it up a little bit when I'm actually lining, sometimes depending on the skin, you know. Currently just got a Hurricane power supply. I've been watching some videos on YouTube and learning more about the digital power supplies, so I'm experimenting with this new one. It's pretty cool. It's nice because it's just really easy to use, and you can put a plastic bag over it to prevent cross-contamination when you're working. I just built this one. This one I just kind of built for fun. I'm still tinkering with it. I haven't really finished it yet. I still want to do some minor adjustments to it. It's not running quite like I'd like, but it's actually a Huck Spalding frame. I've always wanted to get their fancy one, and I added the gears myself, and I've been kind of playing with it, but it's fun. This one too, I think I have, let me see how this one sounds. This one I'm also, that's right, setting up this one kind of like a liner too. You can tell where the contact point is. This one, I don't know, it's just a little too fast. I can't seem to slow it down. The speed is 150 approximately hertz, and that's a little too fast. I mean, if I was going to do a real fast and very huge outline or something quick and dirty, and if it was all going to be shaded or something, or like a big tribal piece, I might use this to outline it, just if I wasn't too worried about all my lines. Super, you know, if I knew that I was going to pick them up later or something, I might use that. But I'm still playing with this one. This was an old Mickey Sharp's frame that I rebuilt with some 8 wrap coils, half stack. And this one, I'm having fun with this one too. I retuned it up to be kind of like I want it to be like more of a color packer. So, it's got some strength to it. It's got some. That's 5.5. I mean, I could run this thing as a liner too if I wanted to, just so I bump it up to 6. But if I was going to shave a bit, I'd probably just knock it down to a 5. It'll run at a 5. 130, 35, 40 hertz, 52% speed. So, I'm pretty happy with the way that one's running too. This is a cheap $10 Dragon one. I cut it's ironically funny because I've learned a lot about the coils by watching YouTube videos, and I took apart my original 2 Mickey Sharps. I still have the frame from this one. They make great frames, but I actually tore apart their coils and completely looked at them, and they were garbage, to be honest with you. I still have them. I saved them just for fun. And then I took apart this $10 Chinese Dragon aluminum frame, and the coils on it were more tight, and they weren't bad actually, so I kept them and I rewired it. It runs pretty good. I set it up with no rubber band on the armature bar. I want it to be very, very much like a very light shader, and it's perfect for what I'm going to use it for. I mean, that's 5.1. I'd probably bump it up. That's 114. It fluctuates from 110 to 114. It'll bog down if you really push down on it hard, but not really. Duty's 44%, so it's running nice and slow, and it's got a nice long spring on the front. No rubber bands. It's got a nice kind of soft hit. I just like the way for $10 I got it running pretty good. It's like a challenge to myself because the school I went to for tattooing didn't provide me with good materials, but I made them home. I mean, I went to the Denver Body Art School, which turned out to be a little disappointing, but that's another video. I also invested in a swash drive. I have 2 swash drives now. Believe it or not, this is my Generation 1. I bought this swash drive from Unimax over 10 years ago. It was their first generation. You can see it. It's not a knockoff. In fact, this is probably the most knocked off rotary when it first came out, because instantly the Chinese started producing very similar looking ones. But this one still hums. It's weird though, it won't show the speed on this power supply for some reason, or the duty. Every other machine will except for my first generation swash drive, and I have no idea what that is, what the reason. It won't show the amps. It just doesn't read out like the other ones. But this thing's still a freaking beast. I mean, this rotary is no joking around. But I invested in their Generation 8 because it's got the tensioner on the top, and it's going to be fun to play with this one. This one's a beast too. Like, you got to know what you're doing before you put a needle in one of these and put it to the skin, because they don't stop. They don't bog. It's so much quieter and lighter. I have a feeling I'm going to be going to this one a lot more once I get the feel for it. I'm going to practice on myself a bunch with this before I actually use it on anybody else. Finish up some of my tattoos that I started. But that's at 4.4, 45 hertz, duty at 42%, and that's just nice. And right now I have it set up where it's got some give on the clip, but I don't know. It's going to be fun to play with this thing. This is a machine, that's for sure. So that's my video. I just wanted to show I've been tinkering. I have my I think I showed all my other ones. My 2 original ones still run great. This one I have set up more for a shader, like a heavier shader, and then I'd use this one for a lighter shader, just because it hits a little lighter. But I love tinkering with these things. I love playing with the springs. I've been learning a lot more about the springs, and you know, there's the aesthetic appeal to putting together a machine too. I haven't gotten into making, you know, wrap my own coils, but I'm thinking about investing in a coil wrap machine. You can get one from one of the supply places I found online for like 50 bucks, and trying my hand at wrapping my own coils too, getting really into the technical aspect of tattooing, making my own tight coils and stuff. I'm not quite there yet. I honestly don't want it to become too much of a tinkerer, because I'd rather spend my time drawing and improving my art skills. So if there's people out there that love to build tattoo machines, I'll learn from them. I mean, I think everybody should know how to take apart their coils and tune them. Just because they come out of tune, you're tuning every tattoo just minorly. You're always doing a little tuning when you're tattooing. And if you don't know how to build a machine, then you don't know how to tune one. If you don't know how to, maybe not build one, you know, I'm not like welding the parts together, but if you can't be given a bag of a frame and parts and coils and the front post, the binding posts, the front and back, and some different spring setups and build a decent machine, then I think it's a weakness. But other than that, I just want to do a short update. I'm still trooping along. I'll have some good news. Oh, actually I have great news right now. I'm engaged to get married to my girlfriend. So on next fall, September or October, we're going to tie the knot, and that makes me really, really happy. Things are going well for me in my life, and that's all. Have a great day.